It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Tuesday, November 27th, 2018.
Whoop, whoop.
It's 7 a.m.
Another cool morning.
Another cold morning. What do you mean cool?
This is cool morning. This ain't cold. Cold's coming.
I don't know. 31 degrees is not summertime out there.
Yeah, but we get down there in the teens.
Oh, I know. Like it was last winter?
Oh, man. You can whine then. How's
okay,
that?
It's cold enough. Whine. I'm
little,
cold, okay?
A little too early to be whining yet.
I'm not the one out wearing swimming trunks in this wind. Oh, good morning, everybody. Welcome Down on the Corner. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis.
Whoop, whoop.
So, hey, thanks for yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, you bet.
We had a very special guest come in, got a phone call, spur of the moment. It was the president of Williams Baptist University at Walnut Ridge, along with Dr. Brett Cooper, who's a Mountain Home native, and it was very good to see them and interview them. I went to the little meet and greet at First Baptist Church, and
I'll tell you, he's one passionate individual about
well, I'll tell you what,
he does.
He's very passionate about Williams Baptist University. He came in from Oklahoma, and so I think we're going to broadcast that interview somewhere around December 13th.
That's what I knew that I liked about him. He was from Oklahoma.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. But anyway, it was a great afternoon. I appreciate Scooter coming in and directing that program. Anyway, hey, we're enjoying Brood Awakening Coffee. Hope you're doing the same thing. Brood Awakening with 3 locations. You want to have some fun?
Oh, no.
You see that circle right there on that
screen?
Take your hand and put over that circle.
Well, actually, just try to hit it.
Just try to swat it. Uh-oh. Now you got to reach up and push it down a little bit. Yeah, okay, push it down.
Push it down.
There you go.
Do it again.
Almost. Keep going. There you go. All right.
There you go.
We're enjoying Brood Awakening Coffee. Hope you are doing the same thing. 3 locations to serve you: Balmer Boulevard, Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, and of course 62 East Plaza. The best coffee in town is Brood Awakening. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water.
Do you drink coffee, Colin? No?
Give him a few days. He'll learn.
Don't start with Dale's, let me tell you.
It's good stuff. Brood Awakening Coffee. 3 locations to serve you here at Mountain Home. Appreciate Mike and his gang for sponsoring the program. And, of course, the morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas. Around the state of Arkansas, Roller Funeral Homes, when the need arises. Take the time to pre-plan. Talk to Roller Funeral Homes, no matter where you are in the state, and get your pre-planning done. And they will amaze you with their professionalism, their respect, and just the pride of what they do in their work. Very great people across the state of Arkansas. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Morning prayer this morning brought to you by Callan. He's a Mountain Home Christian Academy student, and I want to say that the Mountain Home Christian Academy does not teach any Common Core. They take no government funding. You can help them financially. Call them at 424-6622. And, they've got basketball and wrestling and a lot of good programs there.
They got a lot of programs going on over there. They really do.
Curriculum. And so, Kellen, you ready to say the morning prayer? All right.
Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you that you see your son to die on the cross for us. Help all the sick and the wounded to get better. Help the people that don't know you come to know you. Thank you that we have food to eat, and thank you that I have a good school to go to. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 Morning prayer by Callan, Mountain Home Christian Academy student. If you can help the school financially, call them at 424-6622. What's your favorite part of school, Callan?
Recess.
What's your second
See,
favorite?
my son, that is just like my son. His favorite class is recess.
You know, you've got a great location, and you got a really fine campus at Mountain Home Christian Academy, a really pretty school. And your teacher, Miss Evans, is here today. What's your favorite subject in school? You like math, science, history, reading?
Math.
We're gonna put you. I'm gonna put you on the spot here because somebody's here. Who's your favorite teacher?
Roll. Miss Evans. Miss Evans. Will this be an edit point?
I think he's pleading the fifth. I refuse to
I
answer.
kind of have two.
Okay, who's your two favorite teachers?
Miss Evans and Miss Simmons.
Good.
All right, all right. Well, you made the list. You made the cut, so you're good.
Well, Miss Evans was first on the list, so she's number two.
There you go. There you go.
Well, let me say this about the faculty of Mountain Home Christian Academy: the finest you'll find in a Christian school, and they work extra hard to bring an outstanding education to the students. Mountain Home Christian Academy, and once again, if you can help them financially, call them at 424-6622. Right?
Hey, you guys had elections at the school a while
yeah.
back. Were you part of the elections? Did you get a vote?
Wasn't it for sixth grade? Did you vote?
You voted, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you run for office? I think
No.
it was like, oh, sixth grade. That's
Sixth
right.
grade
yeah.
to run for office. Okay.
Anyway, we're very pleased to have the Mountain Home Christian Academy students come in. I think we're going to be doing this all the way up through Christmas break, and so looking forward to having the students in every day. A lot
Did you
of fun.
Did you have a good turkey time? Good turkey.
We call it Thanksgiving Day.
Turkey, Thanksgiving Day, whatever. Now you're just waiting on Christmas, aren't you?
You ready for Christmas? Oh yeah, I think everybody is.
Christmas is my favorite time,
Oh yeah,
by far.
you bet. All right. Thank you, Colin, for doing morning prayer. We got to move on to the weather. Brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square at Mountain Home. The best breakfast, best lunch in town.
There
And
you
that
go.
special today is
You got 2 pancakes, 2 sausage, 2 eggs for $5.88. Can't beat it. Or it's Tuesday, so you don't remember.
I
do
don't
you?
remember Tuesday.
Meatloaf Day.
I was
Kimmy's
gonna say
homemade meatloaf today. Get meatloaf, 2 sides, roller cornbread, all for $6.88. Can't beat it.
Had the special yesterday, and let me tell you, that place was buzzing yesterday.
Holy cow!
Man,
I walked in, I think, right at a good time to.
I hadn't been there
help
about
out,
10
but,
minutes when you and Matt had walked in.
They had so many to-go orders on top of everything filling up so quick. It was kind of a madhouse for a little bit. But you ever eaten there at the Old Time Restaurant?
Once.
Once? Only once. You deprived kid.
I've been there once this week so far, and this is Tuesday. Morning weather brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square at Mountain Home, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, on Saturday, 7 to 11. Best breakfast, best lunch in town. Old Time Restaurant. Right now, we're looking at 31 degrees in Mountain Home, 30 at Harrison, 27 in Hardy and Mountain View. Yellow checks in at 32, while Marshall's at 27, Calico Rock at 31. A little bit colder in St. Louis this morning. It's 20 in St. Louis, 21 at Poplar Bluff, but Branson's at 30, West Plains at 27, and in contrast, Watford City, North Dakota at 23 degrees. So 1,300 miles from here, it's almost as cold there as it is here.
Yep.
So
I don't get it.
wintertime around the corner. Well, we got about another 3 weeks of fall before winter sets in. Oh boy, I don't know. Anyway.
And he's already whining now.
Yeah. It's cold, it's cold, it's cold. On the national radar, we've got shower activity finally a little bit in northern California. We've got showers in Oregon, Idaho, moving into Montana, and Montana into North Dakota. Hopefully some of those showers will help California. I mean, good grief, what they've been through this year. And then we go all the way across the country over to Pennsylvania, New York, and the New England area for the remnants of what came through. That was the remnants of the snowstorm that hit Kansas City and Chicago and all that's moved on up into the New England area. A little bit in Pennsylvania, New York, and all the way up into New England. Right now it looks like most of the country, the middle part of the country is clear. Picking up a little bit, I'm going to hit that, I'm going to throw you a curveball here. I'm going to hit that northern Illinois radar and see. I'm picking up a little bit there. No, it looks like they just got the intensity cranked up there.
I don't know why they do that so much.
I know, especially around Little Rock. Checking the Little Rock stop, we're picking up here around Pine Bluff, but right now it looks like all highways are clear in the state of Arkansas. 62, 412 east and west, Highway 65 north-south, Little Rock, Branson. Highway 67, 167, Little Rock, Little Rock, Batesville, and Poplar Bluff. And then your interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, and 555 all clear in Arkansas at this time. In St. Louis, we caught a glimpse of it a minute ago. I-70, Columbia, east into St. Louis, and then east from St. Louis to Vandalia, Effingham is clear. I-44, Lebanon, Rolla, St. Louis in good shape. I-55 coming in from the southern part of the state. Sykeston, Cape Girardeau, into St. Louis is clear right now. I-64 from East St. Louis, Illinois, east to Mount Vernon. Looks like it's in good shape. Southwest Missouri, I-44, Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, clear, and Kansas City east to Columbia in good shape as we speak. Here's some pictures, I think, of I-29 in northwest Missouri. It's just a whiteout during that blizzard. They shut down I-29, and it's I think it's north of Kansas City, runs up around Council Bluffs, Iowa, into Omaha. You've probably been up in that area before. Yeah. Boy, it got pretty bad for a while up there. 7-day forecast coming up. There's that frog that won't hop. Ribbit, ribbit. High today of 41. We should have clear skies this afternoon. Tonight a low of 21. Tomorrow's going to warm up a little bit more. 47 degrees on Wednesday. Wednesday night mostly cloudy. Low of 40. Then Thursday, mostly cloudy, then a slight chance of showers. A high of 59 degrees on Thursday. Then we have a slight chance of showers and clouds. 20% chance on Thursday night. Friday, a 30% chance of showers. And then Friday night, a 90% chance of showers. We range in temperatures today from 41, tomorrow 47, and then by Friday 62 degrees, and Saturday 63 degrees with sunshine. That's going to be nice.
All right.
You bet. Going to be good. You like rain, snow, or clear skies, Calvin?
Snow.
Snow.
Let me guess, because that brings a snow day.
A snow day. You like going to the lake or the river? You either swim in the river or swim in the lake. Decisions.
River?
Me too.
River.
I like the river.
It's
Anyway,
cold
morning
in
weather
the
brought to you
river.
by Old Time Restaurant on the Square at Mountain Home.
There you go.
Yep.
Now, community calendar.
Brought to you by Affordable Housing, 741-2883. You got anything?
Well, we've got our youth wrestling tournament coming on Saturday.
December 1. Here it comes.
December 1st. It's
How many
coming
teams
up.
coming in for that?
I don't know. We haven't got a final count. I'm hoping for anywhere from 180 to 200 wrestlers from all around. I mean, we had kids from all over surrounding states and stuff coming in, so we're excited. This should be a good tournament. The wrestling will begin at 9 o'clock and hopefully by 3 o'clock. We've got kids ranging from the age 5 all the way up to 14. So
And how many teams coming in, you said?
I don't know. We don't have an exact count. We're hoping for about 180, 200 wrestlers. That's what we're pushing
And you're
for.
running 5 mats?
Yeah.
Wow.
5 mats, same
5
time.
mats and 2 gyms.
Yep.
Wow. It's going to be fun.
We've got all USA sanctioned refs coming in, and it should be a good tournament. If you guys want to watch some quality entertainment, just come on out. We'll be at the high school gym. Come on out and watch some of the. I love watching the little 5-year-olds wrestle. They don't hold back. They just there's no setups, no nothing. They just go for it.
And that takes place December 1st at what time?
The wrestling will begin at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah.
The Holiday Craft and Bake Sale is set for Saturday, December 1st from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Redeemer Lutheran Church's Fellowship Hall at Highway 5 at North Street. All proceeds support the Ozark Center of Hope. You can enjoy coffee or spiced apple cider, drawing for a $50 gift card. They also have chicken noodle soup, crusty bread, dine-in or take-out. That's for $3. That's from 11 to 1. And you can pick up homemade baked goods, candied snacks, handmade crafts, unique gifts, Christmas decorations, and ornaments. All takes place on December 1st at Redeemer Lutheran Church Fellowship Hall in Mountain Home at Highway 5 at North Street in Mountain Home. And then throughout the month of November, One-on-One Salon is teaming up with the Church of Mountain Home for a coat and toy drive. Coats will be delivered this Friday on November 30th. The toys will be delivered on December 15th. Coats can be new or gently used in any size. Toys can be for all ages. Both girls and boys will be accepted. Collection centers will be at One-on-One Salon at 807 South Street in Mountain Home, or at the Church of Mountain Home at 683 Green Valley Drive in Mountain Home. That's just past Baxter Lab on the right as the highway makes that curve, I believe. All donations are welcome, along with a prayer for the little ones in our area. And Soul Sneakers basketball program at First Baptist Church continues their registration, I think, through this Friday. $25 for basketball, $35 for cheerleading. You can register online at www.firstbaptistmountainhome.com, or before you register, if you need information, call Julie at 425-5421 for more information. The games will start about the 3rd Saturday, I believe, in January. So it's always a lot of fun. 6 Saturdays that are very, very busy.
So Caitlin, what's going on in your world? Anything coming up? Christian Academy, anything that we need to know about?
Any activities coming up? You got some ball games probably coming up in December. Basketball games.
Oh, we got one on Thursday.
Thursday, yeah. The 29th, yeah. Is it home game here?
Yes.
Yeah, good. All right, you want to take us to break? You know how to take us to break? We got to get Red in over here, so we got to have a commercial break. So I want you to look at that camera and say, Dale's out of coffee. We got to go to commercial break. And then, you don't want to do that? I'm out of coffee. Time for a break. We'll be right back.
You've tried medications just cover up the pain, and you've tried dieting to help lose weight. Before you try something drastic like surgery to get rid of the numbness and tingling, why don't you try a better approach to health? Hi, I'm Dr. Charles Osgood, and at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we heal the whole person the natural way.
At Mountain Home Family Chiropractic, we take a hands-on approach to chiropractic care, massage therapy, and nutritional counseling. Our 20 years of service has led to successful results.
When I come in to see Dr. Osgood, sometimes after one adjustment, I have immediate relief. Sometimes it takes 4 or 5 adjustments.
I recommend Mountain Home Family Chiropractic because it really works and keeps me pain-free.
Mountain Home Family Chiropractic supports the community by donating to Mountain Home Food Basket and the Lions Club. Request an appointment with us today at Mountain Home Family Chiropractic. Excellence for your body and frame alignment.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either a terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Neema's Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas is your home for national and international award-winning pizza. Neema's Pizza offers artisan-made award-winning pizza with only the freshest and finest of ingredients. Each pizza is made from scratch and hand-tossed at the time you place your order. And also check out their calzone strombolis, an oven-baked folded pizza stuffed with your choice of meat. Sauce can be on the side or included inside at your request. Neema's Pizza in Gassville, Arkansas, your home for award-winning pizza.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional...
$7:21 on this Tuesday morning. I want to welcome to Down on the Corner program, Mr. Red Murr. He's part of the Ozark Woodturners. And you talk about some talented people. It's I've got some things here that you probably can't see on camera yet, but we're going to talk a little bit and show you some of the things that these very talented people can come up with. Red, welcome. Good to have you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good to see
Good
you.
to be here.
And so, when did the Ozark Woodturners, when was it established?
It was established about 23 years ago. The date escapes me right now. They'll be coming up on their 25th anniversary in a couple of years. They're really started off well and just kept growing all the way through. A lot of the turners that are there have improved tremendously over the years to where they're professional, so to speak.
Yeah.
As you can see by these things here, so we just learn from one another is what we do. That's the best way to learn how to turn.
So is there a certain technique, or is it trial and error, or what do you do?
It's a little bit of both. When you learn from somebody, and it's one of the things about the club, everyone in the club is more than willing to teach other people how to do what they wanted to focus on. They could make things from fountain pens and pen and pencil sets to some of the stuff we see here. I'm working on a basket illusion, which when you hear the name you think, well, what would that be? But it's really a very complex method of turning a platter or turning a bowl or turning something and then painting Indian designs or something on it to give it a basket effect.
Really? Wow. So how many members do you have in this organization?
We have, at this point in time, somewhere around 65 members, give or take, and at the meetings, there's generally 30 to 35 people there, so they're very interested in the turning. I am a wood carver as well as a wood turner, so I've got mixed things.
Yeah.
But I can see where the wood carving goes into the turning and the turning goes into the wood carving. So it's really a lot of fun. After I retired, I wanted to learn how to do something I had never had the opportunity to done before, and that's where I took off with wood turning. And
you know, I'm glad you brought that up because I've seen a lot of folks. I've been here 46 years in the Twin Lakes area, and I've seen folks that retired that gave up. By the time they're 67, 68 years, I retired, I'm done, I'm old. But to learn something new, and I want to challenge folks out there, you're never too old to learn.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
You can learn
That's
something
true.
new. And so I'm amazed. Before we get these things on camera, how do you come up with your general idea?
The general idea?
So you say, I want to create something totally different here.
Experiment.
Really?
When you think of a wood lathe, you realize that something is on a machine and it turns, and then you talk with other people, especially people in the club,
right?
And you see what they're doing. It's kind of like this thing right here that Mr. Pruitt let me bring. This is called a segmented turning, and you can see where all the holes are in it, and he sets this up so that everything is it's almost like a ring and a ring and a ring and a ring to
Yeah.
get all these different things in here. And nobody was doing that a long time ago.
I'm amazed at the talent that's portrayed right there. Let me hold that up over here. This
Sure.
camera. I want people to see. You know, you've got this outer ring. Let me hold it up above the microphone here. First of all, here's over a basket. Now you can see through this. There's holes in it, so you can see my hand inside, perhaps. But how do you get the dimension? I mean, because this top ring here has to have a certain amount of taper.
Yes.
And angle, because the top is not as wide as the base, but yet the base is wider than the top.
The more you do it, the more you realize that there are certain forms that people like.
Really?
For example, a vase would be 2/3 of the base would be the bowl type, and then you run the neck up and then the top.
Now, is all of this done on a lathe?
On a lathe, yes, on a wood lathe.
So you use a fast RPM or a slow RPM on your
When you first start off, you use a very slow RPM because most of the stuff that you put on there is square to
Is
begin
rough
with.
stock, yeah.
So you've got to turn down the edges, or you can put it on a bandsaw if you've got one, if you're lucky enough to have one, and turn the edges off of it and then begin that way.
Right.
But it's a matter of trial and error and get a feel for the tools. It's very important to sharpen the tools, and that's the advantage of the club and the membership, is that they teach you how to do all that stuff.
So now on this basket, how are these attached? The dark wood, is this a gluing process?
It's a gluing process. Basically, it's rings. You go ahead and make a circumference and a ring, and then you figure out how you want the design to be, what color wood, what color design, and then you take off and start putting the rings down and trying to make it out to where it comes up to what you're looking for.
You know, the precision and the professionalism in the items here. Let's look at the pizza cutter real quick. Now, this is a regular pizza cutter. Well, this is kind of a fancy one, but look at the detail. So how do you fit the brass? I'm trying to hold this above the microphone so folks can see. This is hand-turned wood on that.
On the pizza cutter, that's where the wood turning part comes in.
Right.
You do the handle.
Yeah.
The rest of it is purchased from places that
Suppliers,
make these kind of things. And this would be a relatively easy thing to turn, because one of the things we first start doing is turning handles for our tools. So that becomes a norm.
What kind of wood is that right there?
That right there looks to me like it might be, I was going to say walnut, but it's not. It's some kind of a multicolored, I don't know.
What's your favorite wood to work with?
My favorite wood? I like working with walnut. I like working with maple, hard maple. The wood, I sometimes like to go out in the backyard, you know, and cut some firewood, and I pick up a thing and say, this might look good doing this, and I'll take it in. Wow. And it's really nice to be able to do something like that and pick up a log, cut it, put it on the lathe, and wind up with a product out of it.
That's
that
amazing.
You know you did.
Wow. Wow. Then we have these little toy tops.
Yes.
And you put a string around here,
put a string around the outside and pull
spin
on
it like we used to do as kids, you know. And this one here's got a built-in spring where it can be wound up.
Yes.
And set these out here so folks can see on that front camera.
A guy named Sherman did those. He's a top maker, and he will be at the show on December the 1st.
Coming up this Saturday. Is that going to be at the Senior Center?
No, that's going to be at the fairgrounds.
Fairgrounds, oh yeah.
It'll be at the fairgrounds. He will be there along with 15 or 20 other people. The wood carvers will be there. We kind of hooked up with the wood carvers. We go to their show, they come to our show. So anybody who goes to the show
well,
on
you
December
blend those two
1st
talents and you're going to have quite a show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have quite a show. And what about new members? Like I said, you know, we got people that retire to the Twin Lakes area and they come down looking for something to do. How can we encourage folks that have never tried this to try it? Years ago, I did work a wood lathe, and it's fun. You know, I made a lamp. You know,
I think many of us did something on a wood lathe, whether it was in high school, or whether it was you go out and pick one up, or you got a friend that does one, and you kind of play around with it. But most of us didn't focus on that. You know, we were too busy studying in school and trying to make other things. But once if you kind of look at something and you're amazed by it and want to learn, all they have to do is come to the meetings that we have. We're on the third Saturday of every month in Lakeview at the Lloyd Travis Municipal Center there. The meeting starts at 1 o'clock and it goes on, and we always have a demonstration of something so that they can learn there, they can talk to the people there, they can find out things, and it just builds up their interest. I've talked to a lot of people who say, you know, I've often thought about that, but I don't really know if I'm going to like it or not. And we have a couple of extra lays within the club that if somebody joins, you know, if somebody's had it for a while, and then we'll pass it on to another one. So they don't have to run out and spend a lot of money to get into this. We can get them started and teach them the things that they want. And that's very important because, like anything with sharp tools, you need to be cautious of the tools themselves, how to sharpen them, what to do, what not to do. And the club puts on a learning class on all of that, primarily focusing on safety, but how to turn things and what to do.
Now, I'm looking at my old radio here, sitting on, people can't see it right now, but I've got a 1941 Zenith radio sitting here. The cabinetry, is that something that can be, I'm not saying to go build that style of cabinet.
Replicated? Sure.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Yes,
because people look at that cabinet and say, man, look at the handwork in that cabinet.
Yes, and that's what turning comes from. You know, you can make the spindles and then cut the grooves into the spindles, and that takes a lot of time and focus on what you're wanting to do. A lot of people turn that or make tables, end tables, things of that nature. Sometimes if say something happened to the spindle and you were brokenhearted, if you went to the turning club and said, this broke and I'd like to have it fixed, I can assure you somebody's there that can turn the spindle and repair it for you.
I'm amazed. We got more to look at, but right now it's 7:32. Need to take a quick break. More with Red Murr of the Ozark Woodturners. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
Hello, I'm Charles Ferguson. Here at Mountain View Chevrolet, we still do business the old-fashioned way with honesty and integrity. And we have a good inventory of new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs from large to small. Our service department has all GM certified technicians, and our friendly salespeople are ready and eager to fit a car truck to your needs in a price range you can afford. We also have a lot full of pre-owned cars and trucks, program and new car trade-ins to choose from. So come see us at Mountain View Chevrolet.
Life is too short to wear boring clothes. Welcome to Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique, where we carry the latest trends and fashions and accessories at prices anyone can enjoy. Feel beautiful while looking fabulous with a large range of fashions that fits anyone's sense of style. You're sure to discover something unique and new at every visit. Shabby to Chic also features 12 professional stylists, aesthetics by Amy J, a nail technician, and 4 tanning beds. Excite your style at Shabby to Chic Salon and Boutique in Mountain Home.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant, located on the square in Mountain Home.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Gray's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. It's coming up on 7:35, and we're visiting with Red Murr of the Ozark Woodturners. And this piece right here, we want to talk more about the show coming up, of course, on Saturday at the fairgrounds. But I want to show folks this right here, and we can't really see the dimension that well. I don't have a close shot, but anyway, Red, tell us about this. And what this was kind of a defective piece of wood that the artist actually brought the beauty of the defects out.
Yes, he can take a piece of wood that people would say, that's not even good for firewood. And he'll look at it and see some beauty in the negative parts of the wood. And he tries to enhance them to, I think they can see that.
Yeah, looks
okay.
Good. Yeah.
And he enhances those negative parts in the wood to come up with something like this. And he's made bowls that fit inside of bowls, that fit inside of bowls, that fit inside of bowls, and he tries to do everything with wood that other people would just throw away as trash or burn.
And you know, Scooter and I during the break we're looking at this, and it's just you've taken a rotted piece of wood and brought it out as a thing of beauty. You brought the natural defects out as art.
And the people who are in this, it's like one of the fellas, his name is Phil Wiles, and he's done some of the most amazing turnings I've seen in a long time. And because of that, he will take some wood and put it out and cover it up with dirt and grass and straw, let it go bad, and the wood then will become spalted, and it'll have little black lines running through it, and then he'll turn a bowl out of that that's got defects in it.
Well, let's look at that bowl you've got down here. We'll take a look here. And this stuff like this is amazing. Look at this.
Is a piece of walnut.
Yeah, sure as that looks like walnut there.
And I don't know if Darcy did that or I'm at a loss for his name now.
Frank Nixon?
Yes, Frank Nixon. That's him. Frank has done a lot of stuff like this, and he's the one who turns the coffee grinders and turns the.
And see, this is amazing work there. And the coffee grinder, this is so amazing. This come out of Branson, Missouri. Is that correct? The coffee grinder?
Yeah, he takes that to Branson to sell.
If I can put that there so folks can see, it's the coffee grinder there.
Yeah.
And then the bowl. This is amazing work here. So.
And you can see the grain in the wood, and it's just beautiful.
How do you even attempt to start that? I mean.
You just see the wood and see that there's something that attracts you, and then you try to bring that part out. And you know, it's like with anything, the more you do it, the better you're going to get at forming things and making things. You don't always start off doing things like this, but it's almost like something that you fall in love with and you just don't want to get away from it.
Now what else we have? We have a coffee mug down there, and then we have corkscrews. Is that correct, for wine bottles?
Yeah, this is
a beautiful piece there.
And that's another one of Frank's things. And this one is another one of Frank's. That is just a bowl that he took a piece of wood and made a cup out of it. And that's spalted in the wood. That's what I was talking about, the wood that's going bad on you. And it gets a lot of grain just from it going bad on you. Yeah. And when they...
Look at it and twist it.
Yeah. It's a kaleidoscope.
Oh my goodness. Boy, I wish we could get this on camera.
Yeah.
Wow. That is neat. What an idea. That is amazing.
He sells a lot of those there. And he will be at the show on the 1st.
Oh, wow. That is so fun. I need to put that somewhere. Well, I'll set it back down here. What else you got there? What's in the bag down, the bubble wrap down there?
Bubble wrap. That is another one of Mogi.
Got it flipping?
Yes, yeah. The fella out of flipping. Now he put a much nicer finish on it, and he forced some of the bad things in the bottom.
Wow. There's some talent. I mean, this is some talent. Look at that, Scooter. Look at that. My goodness.
I wish I could have brought one of the things that, and I think the gentleman was here last year or the year before, I'm not sure, but he did a vase that stands about this tall.
Really?
And he's a member of the club, and he has shown people in the club how to do certain things because he is so talented. He wants other people to learn how to do what he can. And when he does something, he'll take whatever it is, and he does this segmented stuff, and then he paints it with an airbrush, and it just looks like he's painted how some people can paint a car.
Yeah.
He does that with an airbrush, and it's just absolutely beautiful.
When I first heard that y'all were going to be doing the program, I thought, this is going to be interesting because I've seen this work at county fairs and stuff like that, but I'm amazed. I mean, the skill, the talent, and everything else is unbelievable. And so folks will be able to see these handcrafted items this Saturday. So talk about the show. We got about 4 minutes before we take another break, but tell us about the show.
The show will be at the Baxter County Fairgrounds. It'll start at 9 o'clock and run to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Everyone is welcome. It's free entry. We give away turnings and prizes and things like that for people who come through just to see. And it's a good place for them to come and get Christmas gifts. Things that you buy here and you see a price on it, they'll go for 3 or 4 times that in other bigger towns. Mm-hmm. But it's not so much the money, it's that people want somebody else that appreciates what they've created and then give that to them or sell that to them so that it's an heirloom in their family. And a lot of people forget that. We don't have a lot of heirlooms left around in most families. But the wood carvers will be there. They'll be selling stuff, their carvings and so on and so forth. I did want to mention that the club has taken on a special situation. We are working with the VA down in Little Rock. Mm-hmm. And if you need to take a break, we can do that, and we'll finish it up.
No, we got time right now. Yeah, we got plenty of time.
One of the people working at the hospital down in Little Rock came to our club meeting because they were looking for somebody who would help the veterans that were staying there, long-time veterans, to give them something to do if it's at all possible. And she had this idea about teaching them how to run a lathe. Our club took that to heart when they heard about it, and nothing would stop them from doing anything and everything that they could do to help the vets. We have taken stuff down there to them. We got them some lathes. We go down there individually and teach them how to use the lathes, how to do it safely. There are people down there in wheelchairs that can't stand up and can't get up to it. Some of our members have made steel frames to set the lathe on so that they can get their wheelchair up to the lathe and work on something so that by the time they're done, they can begin to think and to realize that life is not over for them.
Yeah.
And the look on their face when they realize that they're not just a person that has injuries, they're a human being with talents, and it really makes it good for them. So we're still supporting the vets down in Little Rock.
Good.
And we do sell some things that they make, so that's one of the things that'll be at the show, will be things that the veterans down at the VA have made and bring up to our show. We go down and get them from them and bring them up because they can't get out of the hospital.
On the brochure, it says your club is a chapter of the American Association of Woodturners. It's a 15,000-member organization, one of the largest and fastest-growing groups of its kind. And folks can go to www.woodturner.org to find out more about that.
Yes, that is a professional Woodturners organization. A lot of times our club will bring in somebody who is a professional so that we can learn from the people who are really, truly professionals about turning certain things. And it's a little scary at times, but once somebody sees it and they have a little bit of talent, they just take off, and it's amazing to see the things that the people in these clubs can do.
Unreal.
And there's a picture in here. Maybe during the break I'll take a picture and try to get it on the air. I'm going to keep it a surprise. So I'm going to try doing this while Scooter takes us to break. So we're going to be right back. More with Red Murr right after this.
Come on down to In the Company of Dogs, where your dog will be treated like family. We offer professional service with over 30 years experience for all your grooming and obedience needs. Away from home during the day and your dog is left home alone? No problem. We also offer doggy daycare. You can be assured that your dog will be comfortable at all times, and we never use any harsh corrections. We're located in the College Shopping Plaza in Mountain Home, next to the Dollar General, or give us a call at 870-232-1784. It's a great day in the company of dogs.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
With a large showroom of over 13,000 square feet, the Furniture Depot is your local choice for quality name brand furniture at prices anyone can afford. They carry a great selection of catnapper recliners, power recliners with lumbar support, and lift chairs. Check out Furniture Depot's variety of living room and dining room sets in various styles and designs. And don't forget about their mattress gallery featuring Serta, Symbol mattresses, and adjustable beds. Family owned and operated, that's Furniture Depot, located in the Ozark Shopping Center in Mountain Home.
It's that time of year again. Time to take a hard look at your Medicare health plan. If you're looking for a new plan or looking to renew your existing plan, now's the time to renew all your options. At VACO Insurance, we'll sit down with you and show you all the new choices and options, including $0 premium plans with low copays and dental, vision, and hearing benefits. Let us help take the confusion out of selecting a plan and find one catered to your needs. Contact VACO Insurance today, located at 351 East 9th Street, Suite B in Mountain Home.
You've tried.
$747, visiting with Red Murr of the Ozark Woodturners, and we've got some talented folks here in north central Arkansas, southern Missouri. I want to bring up a picture, kind of blurry, but this is a ball in a box. How on earth?
Well, you move the box around, you set the box on a lathe, and sometimes they make jigs to hold it, and they want the edges to be on it, and one of the things about the ball in the box is that this box is spinning around, and pretty soon all the edges look like a blur. They look like a fan blade.
Right.
And you have to be very careful you don't get your fingers or your tools in there, but they'll cut out the little circles, and that's when they start cutting the ball. And then they'll get in there and play with it and turn it and lock it down and do everything they can possibly do. And that ball was turned inside that box.
So that's not a sectional glue?
No, that's not a section out. That's the ball is turned inside the box.
You gotta be kidding. That's amazing. I couldn't imagine. I mean, it's one thing, and I've seen people turn stuff and do that. Another thing to do that inside that box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that square box is not a sectional glued together piece?
No. The turners and the carvers and the rest of them, the carvers will do that. They call it a ball in a box.
Yeah.
And they'll carve it out and carve the ball that's a part of the box so that it's the same thing. And they take pride in being able to do something that is mystifying.
It's mystifying.
It is mystifying, and people just are stunned at some of the things that the people can do.
So I guess my next question would have to be, what's the biggest piece of stock you can put in your lathe? Do you have several different variances of lathes?
Oh, yeah. We have lathes that are tabletop or desktop lathes, that come about this long. And then you have some of them that are 50 to 60 to 70 inches long. Some of them you can put something on the headstock and not have it over the lathe bed, and then you can turn something this big around if you wanted to.
Really?
Most of the time, if you're not able to get on the end of the lathe that way, and the bed is what basically stops you. And it's once again, it's like the basket illusion that I'm working on. I was trying to put an index wheel on my lathe so that I could make this thing with the basket things in it. And as I was looking at it, my wheel was too big and it was hitting the motor behind it. So I'm having an adapter made that I can put on my lathe, and I can stretch that out just far enough to get around that motor to do that.
So there's a lot of engineering here too.
Oh yes, there's definitely a lot. I'm learning the thing about this basket illusion is once again, like you said, when some people retire, they retire and they say, I don't want to do what I did for 30 or 40 years. I want to do something totally new.
Totally different.
And that's kind of where I was at, and a lot of the turners are the same way. They may have had some work at turning, but they don't really know what they're doing, and they find a club that'll teach them. It's just wonderful. It's just great.
Well, from what I hear about what Red said about this club, teach is one thing, but kind of come alongside me and join me and watch what I do, and I think that experience that you have, Red, would be very beneficial to a newcomer. Just this talent. Let me see that right there. That looks like something for Sheila Wingard right there. Sure is. Corkscrew, Sheila.
Corkscrew. And a wine bottle stopper.
There you go. My goodness. So once again, this show comes up on Saturday. Let me see. I've got the notes right here. Saturday from 9 until 4, and it's free admission, Red, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, Saturday, the 1st of December, and it's at the Baxter County Fairgrounds, free admission. The kitchen will open and offer a $5 lunch of pulled pork, slaw baked beans, pickle spear, cookie, and drink. And my goodness.
They'll have demonstrations at the show. They bring in a lathe, and then the members will go in and do a demonstration on, maybe it's making a pen and pencil set, or maybe it's making the handle for the pizza cutter, or various things, making a bowl, doing various things. And I've seen a lot of the people who come in there, they'll go in and they'll wonder, is this something I want to see? But they're just amazed, when the turners start, they just sit there in awe of the things that they can do.
I got a request. I'd like to get as much information as I can on the Woodturners throughout the year. Because Red, we got people, they're visiting the Twin Lakes area from May till September and October. You got people saying, hey, we may want to retire here, may want to move here, whether it's Flippin or Gainesville or Mountain Home or Mountain View, What about Mountain View? They've got a lot of stuff like this. Have you done any shows in the Mountain View in the craft scene?
We do shows all around the area. Wherever there is a club that wants to put on a show, we'll go down and be a part of their show, so that they will come up and also be a part of our show. It's really difficult to sometimes find a club that's close to you. That's why we're blessed here in Mountain Home to have a Turner's Club and a Carving Club right here with us. Mountain View is more of a musical kind of thing, but that's kind of unfair to say it's more of a musical thing. We went to West Plains to get my wife's oil changed, and one of the guys that was working at the place in West Plains is a carver. And somehow or other, he heard me talk about carving, because I'm always talking about carving and turning and putting them all together, and having people come into the club. And he wanted to find out if he could come and learn how to carve. And I told him he was more than welcome to come. I would be more than happy to meet him, whatever it takes to get him there. Because once they're there and they start seeing the benefits of being with a club, They want to join. They want to be a part of something that really does something in the town.
Okay, so how do you overcome the mental block? You've heard of writer's block, and I had an antique piece of electronics I was working on. It took me 2 weeks studying the schematic on why is this device not working. You know, and I studied it. Finally, the light bulb came on after 14 days.
Yes.
Do you get that type of mental block? You say you're working on like you're talking about your illusion?
Yes.
How do you overcome the mental block?
I'm not sure because I'm going through a mental block right now. A friend of mine showed me
in 2 weeks.
Yes, he showed me how to take a diagram or a drawing and put it on the computer. How I can set it up so it's on a 360-degree circle. How you do that? There are free computer programs that you can use to do that. But there again, it's kind of strange, and I hate well, I don't hate to use myself as a guinea pig. I do that all the time. When I was in high school, I didn't see algebra and geometry and trigonometry as my future. And I refused to take those things. And now I'm getting into pi r square and pi is this and what's the number of pi and how do you figure out the dimension of the circumference of a circle if you only have the dimension. And once again, pi came into the equation. And I'm now starting to learn algebra and doing things like that and using the calculator to come up with the right numbers to be able to do that. Now that's...
So young people take note.
Yes, that's mental block. You said, okay, now how do I do this? And it's good to have somebody because I call him up all the time and I say, how did I do that now?
Wow.
What I like is it's not just about, coming out and taking a look at what we've got, and which is beautiful, and getting the ideas, but it's also we're going to take the time and actually show you how to do some of this. We're going to take the time, and I think that is what's cool, is you get a chance to be part of a club that's there to help you out as much as it's, their own love and passion for it. So it's cool.
And I know we got some fine cameras down here, but still we can't give you the detail on these items we have sitting right here on the front rail. This is incredible.
Let them
come on down to the show. Talk about the show. We still got 3 minutes here. Let's talk about the show some more.
Yes, the show, December the 1st. It starts at 9. It'll be over around 4 o'clock. There'll be a lot of people there that have tables to show different displays. You'll be amazed at the things that are there. Bring your kids, because kids like to do stuff like this too. They really get caught up in it.
Is this a lost art?
Yes, it is. It really is, but it's not as lost as we think.
Because you go back to the days of my grandparents. If you needed a table, you built it.
You built it, right. One of the fellows in our club, to give you an idea, he had a business at one time that if you had an antique table, for example, and something happened to it, tornado on a rock hit it in the center, it would just, people would be devastated because that was their thing. And he would fix it, and he'd tell them, if you can't tell where I fixed it, then this is what you owe me. If you can, you take it home for nothing. And he said he's never in 20-some years done that. But he shows other people how to do that.
Wow. Some of this stuff I think is a lost art, and I'm glad to see that we have people doing it, encouraged to do it, and bringing new people in. What about young people?
One of the things about, there is a membership fee to belong to the club.
But it's reasonable.
It's $30 a year. 45 for a couple, I believe it is. And students are free.
Really?
We do not charge them anything to come to the club to learn how to do that. They have other interests and other things, but it's one of those things that if they're ever exposed to something that's got this much talent,
amazing,
they'll go back to it.
Once again, close out the program now. We've been visiting with Red Murr of the Ozark Woodturners. The show starts 9 o'clock on Saturday at the fairgrounds, 9 to 4, free admission. There is food available. And come on out, let's take a look at this. Lot of talented people.
These things are amazing.
They are amazing. I don't
know that the camera shows it justice, but they're awesome.
It's awesome. Thanks for being here. Keep us updated on what goes on throughout the year. You know,
Sure.
get a
Be
hold of
happy
us.
to.
You're always here around 8 o'clock in the morning after the show, so come on in and say, hey, this is what we got going on. Love to have you back. So.
Yeah, my wife loves to shop down the road, so I can stop in here.
That's
quite often.
great. That wraps it up for us today. Have a great Tuesday, everybody. See you on Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow.